Woo! Alrighty. Welcome, friends and family, to the Local Acts Only podcast, the first part 2 of many parts.
Yeah.
We're here with Darius, Dero, Zero to Dero.
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing, baby?
I'm
Welcome
doing good,
back,
man.
dude.
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day, man. Glad to be here.
Couldn't be happier to have you as the first repeat offender.
Oh, man. First repeat offender. No, I'm glad to be back, man.
Well, we're glad you're back. So since we last spoke, well, not last spoke, but last spoke on the podcast, you released the Dero Experience.
Yes, sir. The Dero Experience, the one and only.
The most replayable song that I've heard.
I appreciate that, man.
Like, I fuck with that song.
Honestly, that's like my personal favorite just because I feel like I was able to express everything like very well. You know what I mean? So like as I learn to express myself better, it like reflects in my music. So like that's like why that's my favorite song, because it's just, I love it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I love the like little warning, like keep your hands and feet inside at all times, or what did you say? I almost had you like open up the podcast by saying that, like, this is the Dero Experience
here. I can't even think right now. Don't be alarmed. You may start to feel slightly elevated. It's like almost like you're on a flight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or
it's
like you're on a roller coaster.
Someone's
and it's
talking
like
through the loudspeaker, and it's like, you know what I mean? Get ready for this trip, because you know it's an experience. It's a song. It's a mood. It's
it
a
really
feeling,
is.
You know,
It takes you on a trip.
So how long were you working on the Dero Experience?
I don't even know, man. I don't really like remember recording it that much, but it didn't take me that long. I laid down the tracks, and the mixing definitely took longer than like laying down the tracks, but I said what I had to say, did what I did, expressed myself. I was happy with it, so I was like, okay, word. And then that's it. Fucked with the beat a little bit too. Like right. I like chopping the beats up because I mix it too, so I was chopping it. Shout out to Eternal Kai for the beat, because
that was someone that I wanted really to bring up.
And shout out to Sacred Scrolls for the awesome visual. Oh man, like the whole lyric video, everything. Shout out Sacred Scrolls, and shout out to you because you put me on, and we got some work together, and I hope to work with him in the future.
Dude,
right
he is one of the most incredible. I hope you get to like become friends with him. He's gonna come down eventually.
Take
a flight or something over.
He's cool as hell. I mean, I chat with him. You know, he's mad cool.
Definitely,
I would love to meet him.
Was this the first time we had to? Well, I mean, we didn't have Sacred Scrolls on, did we?
Or have like people affiliated with the podcast work together.
Right. Yeah. It was like exactly.
Bring
people together who wouldn't have met or worked with each other.
Shout outs to Lil Burr, Damien. He has been in Armin's studio.
I just tapped in with Armin, man.
Yeah,
Armin the man. Shout out to him
Armin
too.
The man.
Great guy. He definitely knows what he's doing. For any musicians out there that are trying to get something done, go to Armin. He's got great work, and he works with your price range and everything. So hit him up. He's a great dude.
Yeah,
he really is.
We can put his social in the.
Oh yeah,
tag him up.
He'll be everywhere. Yeah, he I actually recently was just showing Joe. Somewhat got down a little bit of a framework for a piano song, and it originated from me playing this like shitty little like 2-chord back and forth progression kind of thing, and me like, I was like, Armin, what do you think about this? And I played it, and he was like, and then I was like, oh, okay, I gotta like actually really try harder. Like if I want Armin to approve of it.
It's actually a great thing that he's being straight up with you.
No, yeah, exactly. So I come back to the drawing board, and like now I have like a fucking sick ass like 4-chord progression. It's like really cool now, and I'm like, I played it for him, and he was like his eyes like lit up. He was like, oh, what's that? Or like
that's awesome,
something like that. And I was like, oh, that's yeah.
You know, that's what you got to focus on.
Exactly. You can only get better.
Exactly. Can only ever get better. So in the song, one of the things you talk about is your hair, right? And like saying like you don't care. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you about and talk about a little bit is like when you first got dreads, and like what that like being, it's kind of like another like subculture of like people almost that like all have it. Like you're a part of like this group that not a lot of people are a part of, really.
I mean, I always had crazy hair. Before the dreads, it was an afro. You know, it was just crazy. It was anyone who knew me in high school or before that is like, yeah, nah, that was a rockin' fro. But long story short, I dreaded them like with 2 months left of my senior year, and I was just like, I don't know, it's just like a commitment. Like you just go all out. Like I just told myself I'm not gonna cut my hair, never gonna cut my hair. and here we are. You know what I mean? A few years later, and dread's still rocking.
Fuck yeah.
I don't plan on cutting them.
Is it hard to get dreads?
I mean, starting them up was like, I guess, like the maintenance, I guess, and like they weren't looking exactly how I wanted them to look when I first got them done. So like, I guess that's what you call getting past like the mid stage of like a hairstyle. You know what I mean? Once you get past the middle part, but like now I'm like, it was all worth it. Like I'm so glad I kept with it. So it's just like,
Nice.
What's that like process like for like
most
people who don't know?
I know there's like different, I guess, ways to do them. One is like backcombing, but for me, the lady who did my hair, she like twisted them up so they were just like curls. But they're thick. I told her I want them thick because I don't want to have to depend on somebody to do my hair. I just want to do it like myself. So I started off with 14 and then cut one in half. So now I'm at 15 and like I just do it myself. Like I don't gotta ask anyone to do it, whatever. Put some oils in there, wash it up. I don't use shampoo though. I haven't used shampoo in like 3 years, maybe close to 4. But I just use apple cider vinegar and then I'll use like some shea butter or whatever. Conditioner, coconut oil. So yeah.
Damn.
I mean, and stuff.
Do you know many other people with dreads?
Not too many.
Is
I know
there like
a handful, I guess.
Like off the top of my head, like the Heisers and like
no,
all
Baron,
those boys,
all those dreads are rocking over there. They all got their own style,
Who else I know? I don't really know many other people, but like, is there like a kind of sign of like mutual respect between
when I see somebody with some dreadlocks, I'm like word, especially like when they got them like long, because I don't plan on cutting mine. I want to have like some gray long dreads like hanging down in my ass when I'm like an old man, so I see anyone with long dreads, I'm like, I understand it because like I see that commitment, I see the drive, so it's like I respect it because I'm on the same wave. Like I'm trying to get down there too. Some hang time.
You're gonna look like the new tattoo. What was the
hermit, man.
The hermit.
I love it, man. Shout out to White Lotus Tattoo.
Oh, yo.
And shout out to Doug Desilva for the awesome experience and also the awesome work. I love it though, for sure.
That's really cool.
that thing is insane.
I appreciate the swirls. And he was like, if there's any like type of stars you like connect with, I could put them in. He could put them in there. I was like, cool. Anytime I look up in the sky, I always see the Big Dipper. So he tied it in there. He just, and plus, I used to get tarot readings done all the time. And one card that was like coming up for me all the time was the Hermit. And like the Hermit, he's grounded, he's got his staff, he's got it by the light, and he knows his next couple steps, but he doesn't know like his final journey. Like he doesn't see like the end, but like for where he is right now, he's good. Like, you know what I mean? He's making the step forward, and in order to find out what's next, you got to take the step forward. So that's something I guess I connect with or relate to a lot. And now it's just the time to put it on my body,
Hell yeah.
That's really cool.
For sure. Especially the moon, everything, man. The mountains, just great work.
That's awesome. I know you sent me the sun too, right?
Oh yeah. Shout out to James. That's George's brother. But yeah, I just walked in the shop. I told him, I was like, I want a sun with an eyeball. But I didn't know exactly what I wanted it to look like, but I wanted it to be like a symbol, not too much, just like some line work. And he was like, oh, we could do a Native American sun. And like just like earlier that day, I was talking about how I want to get something tatted with like Native American. I'm very little bit Native American, but I love the culture and stuff, whatever. So he drew it up, and that's it, man. And it's on the back of my ear now. I like it.
Did you have anything else?
Tattoos? I have a bunch. I mean, stick and pokes, like all like garage and like tattoos, stick and pokes. But like this is like, I guess my first serious work. But I got right now I got 11 or 12 in total. But yeah, now these two are like the first like official ones. I got like Anarchy on my chest, the ski mask on my leg, heart. Got the word Misfit down here on my ankle. But this is the shittiest tattoo. My boy fucked it up, but it's all good though. It's all good. It's all love. It was a fun time. But I was like,
it's a good memory.
The question I had is about stick and pokes, because I don't have any experience with them. I know what they are, I know what to do, but like Jack just got his first tattoo.
Yeah,
which
I was
is
about
like
to say that's just sick.
Stick and poke. But like,
shout out to my family for listening.
don't those like not like depend like. Even if you get one done like on your arm, don't they just not last really long or as much as like traditional style tattoos?
The ones that I have, they're like in there just as much as like the ones I got done with a tattoo gun. So like I guess it all depends on like how you do it. Like you got to go deep in the skin, like you got to go deep.
I know.
Sometimes like people won't go as deep, but like it'll be enough to where it just hurts, and then it'll fade away because like they didn't go deep enough or whatever it was.
Is there any like pros or cons like between them? Like, is there anything
Like one thing
like between
better,
getting a needle or a gun like done at a shop and then a stick and poke? Like,
I mean, the stick and poke is like takes way longer.
yeah.
right?
So, I mean, I guess it's probably cheaper because you can buy stick and poke sets at like a store, right?
I mean, you just need the ink. Like what we would do is we would take like a thread needle and put it around a pencil with like string and then like some duct tape and then like wrap it around with more tape, and then we just get to poking. But, yeah, that's it. Stick and pokes.
That's incredible. Yeah, my fucking hand hurts.
I bet. I like that though.
Dude, it's honestly
Is there like some
awesome.
type of meaning behind it?
No,
'Cause it's just
not
a
at all.
dolphin.
It's just a
popping
dolphin
out of a
popping out of
banana.
a fucking banana.
I don't know what it is, but hey, I dig it.
Dude,
I dig it. It's different,
his name is Phil.
and you'll always see him no matter what.
I'll always be looking at him.
Shout out to Phil.
Shout out to Phil. Shout
Good
out
guy.
to Juniper for poking Phil into me. So one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk about was in the beginning of your first episode, we were talking about like your daily routine, like sticking to that, like wake up in the morning, say your thank yous, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Have there been any points in between the first episode and now where you like fell off that at all and then realized and were like,
I would say there was points where I wasn't putting enough to grow beyond that. You know what I mean? Like I was just kind of chilling where I was. And I guess there was like, not really like a phase, because like, you know, I'm in a good position. I'm grounded. I'm good like every day. And like, no matter what, it's some type of progression, you know?
Yeah.
But I still stick to it. I just, I guess I wasn't looking at how I could build on top of it, but you know what I mean? It's still the daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. I find myself realizing a lot of the times that I'm like progressing because I'm going through the motions, but if I was to do things more actively and like focus more, I would be like getting so much further with what I was doing. Like with piano, I was like for a while, piano and bass, just like going through the motions of like playing scales and stuff and not like really thinking about them and how they like merge together. And
I know what you mean.
Stuff like that.
You know what? It's when you have a craft, you're worried so much about, you know, you care about it a lot, so you want to progress, you want to move on. But sometimes when we're working on a craft, it could almost feel like work, like actual work.
Yeah.
So like sometimes, you know what I mean? Just like whether you got to step away or like figure yourself out, and then, you know, to where it's, you know, in the, I guess the state of mind of like, it's fun. It's like playful. That's like, you know, like when I'm mixing something and like I'm mixing it and it's like an hour goes by and I'm like, wow, why does this not, you know what I mean? I've been sitting here for a minute and it doesn't sound like this. What the hell? Like, it's just because I'm too like, oh, I got to get this done. Like, no, take a break, you know, come back to it later and then just have fun with it. You know, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Like you want to have fun. You want to be in the moment. You want to be present and you want to create something that's awesome. So
it's
that's
crazy.
that.
It's like I feel like it's different for like a lot of people because there are a ton of people out there who just like do music nonstop, or not just music, but anything that they're passionate about,
Yeah.
like all the time, and they don't slow down and they don't like get. I mean, not that they don't get annoyed with it, but they still have like fun with it and stuff. But they're just going, and that's like crazy to me. But I've always thought that the whole old saying of like you do what you do every day. It's not like if you do what you love every day, it's not work or
You
whatever
never
the hell
work
it
a
is.
day in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's bullshit. You have to work. Like there's work in everything,
But
even if you're doing like what
I
you
understand it though, because you could still work and have a great time.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
know?
I think it's
so like that. I feel like that's what that's about.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you always want to be the best at what you're doing.
Right.
Like not in competition wise, but be the best you. Like be the you know what I mean. You want to have the best quality and the best sound or whatever type of art or creativity it is. You want it to be good. You know, no one is trying to make something that's serious about it and is really has their heart in it and is like, I don't really care if this sounds like, you know what I mean? That's just not a thing. Like, and at that point, it's not what they love.
Yeah, I don't remember who we were talking to. I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, but we were talking about how since music is like pretty much the reflection of one's life, or like the perspective of what's around people, or like, you know, emotions that you feel through everyday things. It's just like this mirror into people's minds of the like world they live in, or their life, or whatever.
Yeah.
Then if all you do is music constantly all the time without doing other things, then that causes like a paradox kind of. 'Cause it's like, how much can you really write about if every single day you're like locked in a room trying to make music? You know what I mean? I mean, I
No,
guess you
I
can
hear
write a
what you're
song
saying.
about making music too, which is a thing. There are probably thousands of songs like that, but at the same time, it just like, I feel like it gets like finicky. Have you
Mhm.
ever experienced anything like that, or?
I mean, I guess like not so quite, but I guess I can see what you're saying though. I'm not really sure. I don't know.
Because like if you think about like any, for example, any one of your songs that has like you know what you wrote it about, or like the thing that you experienced that made you like get the idea to make that song.
Mhm.
Like if you were just locked in a room being like, I gotta make music, and like you trying to do it that
When
hard,
I'm like
then like you would have never
overworking,
experienced the thing to create that song. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I guess like when I'm overworking and I'm just like hammering myself and just like locking in and doing this and doing that, I guess like there comes to a point where I'm just like, let me just not do this right now and go out and just enjoy life for a little bit, because I've been a caveman just working nonstop. So I guess I can see what you mean. I guess that's like my way to relate into that, you know?
Yeah.
Something I wanted to talk about that like you kind of just brought up a little bit was like being on the like grinds that we are. I feel like I've been having trouble recently. Like, I mean, since when was the last time we really sat down and talked? It was probably the last podcast. Like, yeah, we saw each other a couple times, but like, do you find yourself struggling to like be friends with everyone that you're friends with because you're trying to like do what you're trying to do and don't want to like,
I find myself struggling to find the time,
yeah,
because my time and energy is directed to a goal and like something that I'm working on all the time, and not everybody around me is putting that energy into whatever, you know what I mean? Like, not saying the people around me aren't doing the same thing that I'm doing, but everybody's doing their own thing, and like I only have so much energy to put into something, so I'm gonna put it into something good.
yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Feels like there's not enough hours in the day to like.
Yeah.
Oh
or
my
like,
gosh, all the time I feel like
Yeah.
that.
Not even like the day, but it's just like even in months or something like that. Like
I wish there was 4 of me, because there, oh my gosh, so
I know,
much shit
right?
would be done. So
Oh,
much shit. We would
imagine-
be in sync and a great team. It would be a great time.
Imagine you could like just clone yourself or like split yourself in half and like grow back the other two halves.
Yeah, dude.
I wish.
Oh.
So much shit would be done.
One dude
You
doing
would be
chores.
like your producer, engineer.
Yo,
you know?
literally.
There would be like 4 of you.
And then I just make one of
In
them
the
to
studio.
like go hang out with people, so I can feel like
Like, yeah,
I-
it's
Oh,
my
yeah.
social one.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can fulfill commitments to people. Like
I feel like the social one would be like fucked up though, because like it wouldn't have its own like creative outlet
just always
thing to
having a great
do, and
time.
it's always just having a good time partying. It's not very.
Eventually,
it's
they'd
not
all be
very
different 'cause
fulfilled.
They're all having like different
Yeah,
experiences. Then
But
you're
would they
looking at a
all-
bunch
that'd
of
be
different
cool. It's like
versions of
a
you,
bunch of parallel universes, kind of.
all living in the same.
Yeah,
but would they all share the same conscious though? So like if it's like 4 of you, but
I
you
feel like
have
there'd
the
be, like,
same
there'd be like a
Conscience.
connected. It'd be like kind of connected, so like they would all know what everyone else was doing, kind of.
yeah.
But they would also like take their experience as the most impactful because it's the one that they experienced.
But at that point in their lives, they all had the same childhood.
That
yeah.
too.
So I feel like the foundations of who they are going to be set. But from that point forward, the only thing that's going to differentiate them is their experiences.
So then what
Mhm.
happens when you remerge back into one?
It's just a
Which blows up.
just something crazy. I don't
Something-
know.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
You go crazy.
A psychotic
'Cause you
break.
got all these like, different interests now, you know?
You have 4 personalities living inside of you. Like, you're not gonna be good.
You're trying to work in like the social ones, like, nah, let's go out.
Yeah.
Let's go do this. And you're like, fuck.
It's like the little demons and angels on your shoulder. Except there's 4.
Can't split yourself for more than like an hour or 2, or else they'll escape from you.
So back kind of to tattoos. Like you have your dreads, you have some nose piercings and tattoos and stuff. When did you like before you started doing stuff like that, did you feel not like less yourself, but like are those things you do like make you more like unique and more yourself?
I feel like, I guess like the piercings and like, you know what I mean, the dreads, it's just the I guess because like starting from the point where like I didn't have like a tattoo, I didn't have piercings. I guess now it's just I'm learning to express myself better. So like it's not, I don't know, it's just like this is just me.
Yeah.
Like it's just how I rock. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
And ever since I was younger, I just always kind of feel like I've been out the box. Like I've always feel like I've just been different from just everybody in general. So like looking like weird or doing whatever wasn't like odd to me. And like honestly, my mom, she's always supported any wacky weird hairstyles I've ever had. Like anything I've ever wanted to do, oh yeah, do it. I think I'm gonna get dreadlocks. She's like, yeah, that would look nice. Like she's always supported that stuff.
That's
like,
really nice.
Yeah, no, my mom's cool. She's like, you know, she's just like a punk type thing, you know, camo pants, Metallica shirt. So like I guess she was kind of an oddball growing up. So I guess I kind of got that from her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's definitely a really cool like thing. So I mean, you started like doing stuff like that earlier, right? Like
I guess it all started pretty much, I guess when I feel like I like broke through a barrier when it comes to expressing myself, is just like the hair. Like I just decided to grow my hair, and it was just, that I was like middle school, but I just thought it was cool. I'm like, you know, no one else has this hairstyle exactly, you know. But then like I remember cutting up this jean jacket and just like drawing all over it, and just I did like a self-portrait of myself on the back of it. So it's just like an afro, a Rasta afro with like some shades, and I had like anarchies, peace signs, hearts, like bunch of drawings, bunch of sayings on it all over it. And then I would just walk into school, afro, shades on, like no one was telling me nothing, like just walking in, not giving a fuck, like shit, I don't care. You can stare at me.
I feel like that's like so powerful, especially like finding, because I didn't find that till like, I mean, like halfway through my college, or even like towards the end of it, really finding it. But like to do that in high school, because I feel like everyone in high school is like so judgmental, and like just not
that
a
was like
not
a
a
sense
nice
of rebelling,
place, really.
like it, you know what I mean? Because it's just like with society, everyone's, I guess, without saying, has like a book of like what you should look like, what you should do, you know what I mean? Like that's just not me. Like fuck all that. Like honestly, fuck all that. Like I don't know. Like I'm just not that. Like I'll just do what I want, look how I want. Like I don't care. Like, but it's great because I mean no harm. Like you want to come, you know, I'll be the first person to open the door for you, or like I'll be the first person to go help someone if I see they're like in need of some help, you know. But like I also feel like it's good to, it almost gives people like a lesson, because once you like talk to me and once you talk to me and get to really know me, you're like, oh wow, he's actually a nice guy. And like, you know, for the people who, yeah, I'll get dirty looks all the time, like just because the way I look, you know what I mean, like older people, whatever it is. But like the moment I'm like, oh, okay, you know, how you doing? Have a great day. And it's just crazy because some people are like taken back by it. Like, what? Like this dude was just nice to me. Like he's got a nose piercing. He's got dreadlocks. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is. But I don't know. I feel like it could be a valuable lesson. Like, you know, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. No, I feel like I was probably definitely a little bit intimidated by you when I first saw you at the like Manic shows and stuff, because you're like the way you like sing too, like at the shows, going fucking crazy, yelling. I was like, I'd be like, whoa, like
shit. I mean, you know, I'm just me, man. That's it. Like I just don't, you know, felt like yelling, I'll yell.
I think that shows how heavy of an impact like a personality could have on like the way someone perceives you, like kind of in the way they like look, like how you look. Because like if someone's like has a terrible like personality, then they can be like an ugly person, for example. Like they can just, like at least in your head, that's what you associate them with, because they're just like a jerk or something like that. But then it's like you like for someone who gives you dirty looks and whatnot, like they could be like, oh, this dude's like weird looking, but then you're really nice, and they're like, oh no, he actually look kind of fly now. Like he's like, I kind of get the whole
change people's perspectives. Yeah, you know what I mean? Not just the idea.
It's really cool.
But that's what's cool about it, man.
You also think that the idea or the concept of image and like how your hair is or like what you dress and stuff is also kind of like a subconsciously related to like people you idolize or like influences stuff. At least
for
that's like
sure.
kind of what I noticed.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. I remember way back when I was first getting into like the alternative rock or emo punk genre of music, I was like very oblivious to a lot of bands and stuff. And my buddy and my bandmate, he like bleached his hair and he had like, you know, crazy colored fingernails and stuff like that. And then like he was really, really getting into this one band. I won't say the name of the band, but and I knew he liked it, but I never like really put two and two together. And then I saw the very first video he showed me of like this live performance of them. I saw the lead singer and I was like, oh, I got you.
Yeah,
I
you
see.
like
I was like, he's got the
blue.
bleached hair, he's got the nails, and cool. You have the same guitar. I see it. Cool.
Everybody has like a little inspiration on why they did something. Like
Yeah.
I'm a huge Bob Marley fan. Bob Marley's just like the whole idea of taking like a positive message and to put it through music and to actually like bring people together. Like that's just, it's insane to me. You know what I mean? Like that's the dream. Like that's just awesome. But he just, I don't know. It's just natural. Like just lock them up, let them grow. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But Bob Marley definitely had an influence on like me getting dreadlocks, you know what I mean? But I like Bob Marley way before. Like I've always been a fan ever since I was little as hell. I was wearing Rasta before I even knew about weed. So, you know.
When did you? Did we talk about this on the first episode when you started smoking weed? I remember we did. Yeah.
12,
Well,
13.
yeah. Was George involved, or who was who was involved?
He was like there for like a story with like
yeah.
But yeah.
Gotcha. That's funny.
So, do you have any like I guess daily experience or like practice like of, or at least any knowledge of like the Rastafarian religion or culture and stuff like that?
To be honest, not really. I take influence from, I guess, like multiple cultures, but like in my daily practice, I wouldn't really like give it a home base of like where I get it from. I don't know. It's just if someone were to ask me like, oh, like what is your practices around, or it's just awareness, like that's it. Like I can't really, you know what I mean? I don't really do anything based off of like Rastafarian or anything like that.
Just asking.
Like, I do respect the culture. I love it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, you know.
Yeah. I remember back in like middle school, I got like intrigued by it. I think I was also listening to Bob Marley at the time, but then I like found out that Rastafarianism was like a religion or like a culture and stuff like that. And I like looked into very, very fascinating.
What's it like? What enlightened me?
Oh man, it was a long time ago, but it's like I feel like I don't want to like butcher it, like, disrespect anybody, but I believe they're like in Rastafarianism, like their god is named Jah, I believe, or something like that. And then it's oh man, I'm trying to I know I was reading something about like how they perceive, I guess, what I can only relate to as like my current knowledge of, or the current prospect that we know as karma, kind of was kind of interesting. It's kind of like everything you do in the world and like how nice of a person you are, like that will be like kind of come back to you in the afterlife in a way or something like that. There's
Could definitely get that vibe.
Yeah, there's like a word for that essence. I just don't remember what it is or something like
All
that.
practices or religions always come back to each other in some way. Like there's relatable things throughout, like no matter who you believe in. Like that's why I'm never closed off, whether it's somebody who's Christian or Jewish or is into Buddhism, whatever it may be, and like they have something to say to me, I'm gonna listen to it with an open mind. You know, there's knowledge in all religion. I just don't have a specific one.
Yeah.
You know,
like George, who went to the Buddhist retreat, right? Yeah.
Well, that was it was a meditation.
It was something.
Yeah, it was
for
a meditation.
They like meditate on hours and stuff.
I want to do that.
Yeah, that's wild. That's commitment.
So on the topic of like religion and stuff, you said you don't subscribe to a specific one. Like, what are your thoughts or beliefs, or do you want to go there?
We can go there, man. We can definitely go there. I'm
curious.
But I guess you could say I believe that there's something that's higher up. I guess you could say I believe that there's something down below, but I just believe in karma, you know, do the right thing. Like what you give out comes back to you, like whether it's sooner or later. So, you know, I mean no harm to nobody. Like I don't wish any harm on anyone, like, and enemies, whatever it is, like, you know, I just I don't want any bad for anybody, so I'm just gonna do good. Like any chance like you have to just do something nice for somebody, like just do it. Like even if it's something small, just like a how are you, like that could really go a long way. Like especially like it's just wild. I remember getting breakfast at this place I was stopping all the time, and like one morning every morning I'll go in there, I'll say good morning to everybody, you know what I mean, chat with them. And one morning I wasn't in the best mood, but I wasn't in a horrible mood. I was just but I walked in and it was just crazy because like the whole deli was like excited to see me, and everyone's like, hey. I'm like, oh shit. Like I was just grabbing my coffee and getting out. Like I wasn't even in the talking mood, but like it literally changed my whole day. Like just like that spark of like damn, like all these people are mad nice, you know what I mean? And just like the way like the you know, like, oh, you're always like so nice in here, you always say hi, this and that. Like it just felt so good because that was just an example of like what you put out always comes back. And like that lifted me up on a day where like I guess you could say like I needed it, but like the rest of the day was great. Like I walked out of there with a smile on my face, coffee in my hand, breakfast sandwich. Like I was good. Yeah. It was awesome.
Nice jolt of positivity.
Yeah.
Start there. I love it.
That's definitely something I like try to push myself to do a lot, is like when I am in a good place, like you said, you usually are when you're going there, like all happy talking to them and stuff. I try to like be like not outrageously, like overly almost like nice to people and like put myself out there like that, because then when I'm not, then like people notice and they like give me that push that I need to like get myself closer to where I usually am.
It's awesome, man. Like that's just a pure example of what you put out comes back. And it's a beautiful thing.
So one thing I wanted to bring up before we get too deep in was the video recently released that was recorded at the our friend the Wizards.
Oh, the space station's the Manic video. Manic
Space
pesticides.
Station recordings.
Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
So I saw that and I was like, I thought Manic was off the map. Are we bringing it back, or were we just putting the video out?
Also,
do we not know?
All I'm gonna say, TBD.
TBD.
Nice.
TBD.
All right.
TBD.
We'll see what happens.
I saw that video. It was really cool.
I would be very, very happy if that band continues to be a thing.
We'll see, man.
You guys were like probably the third band. Like first was Sunshine Spaz, then Skinny Dickies, then it was really you guys that I like got close with in the scene.
Damn.
And like
that's awesome, man.
You guys were probably like, I mean, when I think of like the third people that I saw, like notably like that I was going to see or like wanting to see, or like yes, they're gonna be there. Like
that's awesome. Were you at the Clubhouse show?
Yeah.
That shit was so
that
fun,
was
man.
that was insane.
That was such a blast.
I miss the Clubhouse.
I miss playing shows. It's like
just playing shows. Period. Yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah, the hype for that show that you guys were gonna do in Philly.
Oh my god,
dude! I was so I can't even imagine how excited you guys probably were to be doing that. But yeah, no, I definitely hope that you guys bring it back, because
TBD. We'll see.
I'm always bumping that EP.
I appreciate that, man.
Second, like we can go back to doing like shows and stuff like that. I want to throw a huge festival just somewhere. Like I don't know where. It's
local fests only.
We could definitely get something crazy going. And that's like, without a fucking doubt. I know that for a fact.
I just want like to invite a mixture of different people. Like fuck genre. Like just if I don't care if you're a DJ, I don't care if you're Manic, I don't care like if you're a solo dude with an acoustic.
Together.
Exactly.
Adventure.
I just want to do it like an all day thing. Like
Adventure.
That would be fly. Yeah. That would be so fun. I'll be with that. So with that.
Literally from like
we gotta get some live
2 in the afternoon till like freaking 11 at night. You just have a whole day kind of like picnic kind of vibe. I don't know.
We need live streams.
I'll be there all day.
Definitely need live streams.
My God. What are you reading, Jack?
I'm like trying to read my handwriting. I have the worst issue where my handwriting is the worst thing in the world, and I can never read. My handwriting is the worst.
If you look at my handwriting, you would think I'm in 3rd grade.
Yeah,
it's chicken scrap.
I need to just forget about it because I'm not gonna be able to read it.
It was hilarious. I got one of those like stylus pen things for my phone, so I can like handwrite notes down. I do it whenever I get like lyric ideas or music things, so I can just like do it really fast.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, what does this say?
Oh, well, I can like make it out for the most part, but there have been times where I'd be hanging out and like deep in the night and we're all like, me and my homies are drinking or whatever, and I'll get an idea and I'll take out my pen and I know that I'm fucking drunk, so I'll be like going really slow, and then I'll look at it and I'm like, word, I can read that. And then like 2 days later when I look back at it, I'm like, what? How did I think I could read this? It's just like all over the place.
That's gone.
I can't read my handwriting especially if I like jot something down really quick and I go back and I'm like, I don't even know what this says, and like I wrote it. That's horrible. I
know it sucks. It's like I could have had a good idea. I just don't remember what it was. It's fun. It's very aggravating.
So on the topic of writing, have you been writing much recently?
Yeah, for sure, man. I just tapped in with Armin too. Actually, I'm about to get a session in with him tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, I got some stuff in the works, man. Some new things, some experimental things. Also, we got some clothes coming in soon. Shout out to Jared Desilva, which is right next to me.
Hey.
My man, he's coordinating everything. He's getting everything together. So we got shirts on the way, and then after that, we got more stuff. It's not gonna be just shirts, but we got more stuff coming. But you'll see it when it gets here. I don't want to speak too much upon that.
Gotcha. So what kind of experimental, like, would you say you're meeting up with Armin tomorrow? Is it like a tracking session, writing session, or
just a recording session?
Nice.
Just go in, do what I got to do. Have a good time.
Is this gonna be like a new project to come out soon, or you're just kind of like doing it for your own?
I'm doing some singles right now, but there will be a project releasing this year. But you'll hear about that. But not right now.
Nah.
Right now, no. You'll see the shirts dropping, and then you'll see a single coming up next. So.
Definitely excited for that.
What kind of experimental stuff, or like when you say experimental, like you just dabbing into other genres, or getting freestyle weird with it? I
mean, honestly, I guess you could say I'm in the genre of like hip hop and rap, but I wouldn't quite classify everything I do as hip hop and rap. But put it this way, I'm bringing some energy from the punk scene and bringing it to some beats. So.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
So like,
I only heard very few people do that.
I mean, your music is definitely very different. Like, what do you think? Like, when I think of the Dero experience, like what you just released, I don't think of like, I mean, yeah, hip hop, rap kind of, but like, what would you even like consider it genre wise?
Astro. Space. I don't know.
You had that answer right.
Not of this world.
Nah.
I don't know what you want to call it, but
you're on planet.
It's always something else. Like, I don't know. Anytime I make a song, I'm like, how can I make this song sound nothing like the last one that I did? Like, just always stepping out the box. You always want to step out the box.
Mm-hmm.
Just like always in a process of
like, what
contrast.
else can I do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what can this sound like? Like, what could I do? And even just like writing styles, like, it's just always finding new ways. Like, like no matter, like I already said this, but we're like, for people who work on their craft, they always want like to make the best thing that they can. You know what I mean? So not only is like the music different, but like where I'm pulling it from is different. So like it's also, I guess you could say, a reflection of the different type of track I'm doing is also a reflection of a different type of writing that I'm doing, because it's coming from a different place, but it's from within me. Like what I mean by that.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Definitely. It's almost like, it's kind of like similar to the idea of how like different genres or music, or even just more plainly, just different writing styles can inflict or bring out different emotions from people.
Exactly.
When you like,
that's it.
Same thing.
Exactly.
What would you say, like, for the stuff coming up, that like the main like inspiration almost for it was like, what's the like topic or
main
topics?
Inspiration, all I could say is just stepping out the box, like just being different. Like, let's just do some things that I've never done before. Like, it's, I don't know, that's just how I feel. 2021, like, it's a good year, great year, new things. Let's get it rocking. Like, let's go. Like, I'm motivated. I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to make the jump. Leap of faith.
Hell yeah.
So
push the fuck it button, right?
The fuck it button.
Fuck it button, exactly.
Dude, we need pins. We need to collab on some fuck it button shirts.
We need enamel pins, dude.
We can do that now.
Wait, what did you say? Shirts?
Fuck it button shirts.
Oh, I was thinking of like enamel pins, like just off a fuck it button, like like the easy button at Staples, but it says fuck it on it with like You know, I don't know.
Someone's got to do something like some custom work out there that could like make that happen.
Dude, we could whip up, get a pin whipped up and like.
I actually have that on my to-do list, and I've had it there for like on my sub list for the podcast. It's been there for a while. It was like Darius fuck it button enamel pin. Like I've had that on my shit for a while. I was like, I still need to do that.
I would love. You got to make that happen.
I also think
right on the hat.
Shirts though of you pushing said button. Or I think that would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
I'm down for whatever, man. You got an idea? Spring it on me. I dig it. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
I was gonna say something about what were we talking about before we got into the fuck button?
Writing.
Yeah.
Topic.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say something. I don't remember what it was.
Spit it out, Joe.
I don't know. All right. Anyway, I guess no. Go back to what you were saying. I guess.
So last time you were on, we were talking about poetry a lot, and you read us a poem. Have you been writing any poetry, or is it mostly just lyrics for songs?
Nah, mainly just lyrics. I haven't written any poetry in a while, but I want to get on that again. Like, it's just another way of expression, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, for sure, I want to do some more poetry.
Well, I mean, technically, you're always writing poetry, and you're writing lyrics for shit, you know.
No, it is.
Especially
to when it's not even to like a tempo or not even like a beat or a track.
You can be like kind of more direct or more raw. Like you don't have to worry about like all the music side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember what I was going to say. You were talking about always trying to make song you're making now contrast heavy with the one you made, like, you know, being very different and stuff. But when you wind up, man, something's wrong with my throat. If you wind up like releasing, like you said, soon, maybe like an EP or an album or something, like something that has multiple songs on it, would each, like, say if you release like a 6-song EP or something like that, would each song be, would you then try to keep a level of consistency, or would you want just all of them to be
with
like
a project? I would like to keep I guess not like a similar vibe, but a similar vibe in a way. You know what I mean? I don't want an album to be flip-floppy like this to over here to, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so what's going on? Because for people who are listening, they hear one song and they don't like it, and then they never listen to it again. But then there's like completely different types of things that are on there and that they might have just loved, but they didn't know. That's just how I feel, you know? But personally, I would like to keep, whenever I do release this project, I would like it to be together. You know what I mean? Like, these songs are together. These songs belong together.
They're very different and they can contrast, but they sit nicely together, though.
Exactly.
Somewhat of like a concept album, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I feel like that's always my favorite kind of things that you like listen to the entire album, and like you could just sit and listen to it over and over again because it's like a story in itself almost. So while we're talking about writing a little bit, how like frequently are you writing songs? Like, are you like writing a song every night, every day? Like,
it all fluctuates. I guess it all depends on what my main focus needs to be. But lately I would say I'm writing every other day. Some days it'll be every day. Some days it'll be like all day. You know what I mean? But for right now, it's about every other day, you know, because there's like, I guess you could say, a handful of other things that need to be taken care of at the moment. You know what I mean? So
how long would you say, like, on average, or from you know, knowing yourself, I guess, when you like start writing a song, like, how long would it take you to like finish writing it? Like, not even talking about like recording it and doing all that stuff, but just like knowing that it's ready.
Like, just like write and complete a song?
Yeah.
It all depends. Sometimes I'll write down some lyrics, come back to it a day later, write a couple more lyrics, and then a couple hours later write more lyrics. Sometimes I'll just write a whole thing in like an hour. Like, it really all depends on the day and like what exactly I'm trying to express.
Yeah, I wish I can do that. It'd take me like 5 months to write a single song. You know, it's really fun. You do like write down like a ton of lyrics just over the course of time, and then you like try to, like, over 6 months or whatever, and then try to stitch them together. And like,
so many times I'll start a song and I'll just be like, oh wait, okay, let me take it this direction. Oh, I need some lyrics, and I'll just go back and I'm like, oh wow, I have a whole song here that just so happens to, I think this is where the lyrics really belonged. You know what I mean? When I originally wrote it to somewhere else, but like I do that pretty often too. Just, oh, these are some good lyrics, let me throw these in, because all the time I'll just be jotting stuff down. Sometimes it'll be like a single verse, sometimes it'll be a whole bunch of things. It all depends.
It's a great feeling. I love that. It feels like you're getting like a sick combo in a fighting game. It's just like they chain together.
It's like, oh shit, this can go with this. Okay, word.
How much would you say you like rewrite songs when you first write them? Like,
I wouldn't say rewrite like a whole song, but there'll definitely be like times where I'm like, oh no, that verse has got to go, or like, oh no, I'm not digging the hook, or like, oh, let me redo the ad lib. But like that's pretty much it. I won't ever usually rewrite a whole song.
Do you find so you don't find yourself like changing the first words that you wrote a lot, really? Like you usually capture the emotion often in the first go.
Yeah,
that must be fucking nice.
That's crazy to me.
I have like different styles of writing, so like sometimes I just like if I'm like throwing on like a beat or whatever, I won't like write any lyrics and I'll just feel it out, and then I'll go through there and then like I'll listen to it back and I'm like, oh okay, let me just do that verse a little differently. So like that's like where as far as that'll go, you know.
So like, how would you say your like style of writing is really? Because you said you like write differently sometimes.
I wouldn't even give it like a specific name, only because I feel like they're all written from different places. You know, because like each song is expressed differently. So even just approaching it on like the physical aspect of like how I want to project it is going to be different than how I'm writing it.
So I guess as to use as an example about the Dero experience, like how did you go, like what kind of, like how would you describe that style of writing, or like how did you like go through that?
That style of writing, I guess you could say the lyrics, I guess I would call them spiritual in a sense, but I don't want to like say like, oh, this is a spiritual song, because it's just like sun's where I draw all of my energy.
Right.
Like, you know, that's just how I just started it. I don't know, it's just like a very well expressed song. I feel like that song really like suited just me. It's just very self-expressive.
It's not like a spiritual song, but it has like a spiritual tone or vibe to it. I got you. What about like instrumentally or like beat wise, I guess?
Like what about the beat?
Like that style of writing, I guess, of like creating a beat or instrumentals for a song.
I mean, I didn't make that beat.
Right.
Kai,
but
right?
like when you go about like,
oh, like
I
what
guess
intrigues me, like
yeah, or like when you get that beat and then you know, just like putting the two together, like eventually, or like on the recording session or and stuff like that. Is there a method to that whole process?
I find the flow before I find the words. So like I'll like kind of just like sing it and like hum a little bit, and then I'll find the groove, and then the words will then go into the groove. Like I don't write lyrics first and then do it. Like I do it, like I said, because like the way I write, like it's just there's so many different ways that I approach it, so there's not like a steady way. But that's that.
It's kind of whatever comes out. I feel like that's interesting. I feel like so many new or young musicians who are trying to write for the first time get really frustrated at that aspect when like other people or other musicians or like friends of theirs who've been writing for a long time like give them advice to just be like, you know, relax and like let it flow out type thing, because like then you never, at least this was me when I was first starting out, it was like nothing's happening, but you're not relaxing, you know what I mean? It's just like we just constantly stress out or feel like there's a definitive answer. Like I guess that's pretty much it. Like all young musicians just feel like there has to be a definitive answer for something, and like
just gotta do it.
Yeah, there's like really no good advice, because like if I were to ask anyone, not even just Darius or you, Jay, like any musician, be like, what advice would you give for this person? They'd be like, just relax and just like let it come naturally, and just do it. And then that young musician would rip their hair out.
People overthink a lot. You know what I mean? So like stop thinking so much and just feel it.
It's honestly like such good advice though, because if you like, you kind of have to you literally just have to do it. Like, it's like, how do I write a good song? It's like, well, to write a good song, you just have to write a bunch of songs, and they're all going to be bad, and then eventually
they get not as bad.
And then
you just gotta do it, man.
From there, sometimes you can make it good every once in a while, and it doesn't always work, and it's fucking hard. For sure. So that song that Dero experienced, that was Eternal Kai made the beat, right?
Yeah.
How did you hook up with him? Where did that
I found him through like social media, and then we were just chatting, and then he just sent me a beat, and that was that. But it's just weird because like this year I've just been chatting with people through social media, and it's just like, you know, even with Sacred Scrolls, like I never met him, but just by chatting with him, he seems like a really cool dude. Like it's just it's almost like weird to me, but like that's just modern day. Like this is normal. Like this is 2021. Like people chat over the internet and like have never met each other. That's a normal thing now.
Yeah.
But it's also cool. You know what I mean? Because it's also just another way to work with people that literally aren't around. You know what I mean? Like it's just awesome. And Eternal Kai, he's from Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
That's so awesome. There's no, like, you don't have to worry about, like, you know, a dude being in another state to, like, collab and make a song.
Yeah, no, honestly,
really
it's cool.
I mean,
that's definitely, like, a plus about this media stuff.
The episode we recorded Monday, we were talking to this kid, Kill Artie, Sebastian.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, what was the kid's name?
He's from Michigan.
Young, like, dead young Kato or something. His name
Oh,
like
yeah,
Kato.
Dead Kato or Young
Dead
Kato or something
young,
like that.
something young Kato, right? And this kid's 15. Kid's 15. And he makes the most fucking insane beats ever.
I gotta hear him.
Yeah, no, they're actually gas.
I'll show you.
And he's like never met this dude before, and he's like all the way in Michigan and shit, and it's like,
yeah, he was like saying that he took a Snapchat of him being like, "Hey mom, can I go to New Jersey to meet my internet friends? We make rap songs together." And they're like, "What?" Like, no.
Oh god,
that's
it's
wild.
Like crazy to think. Yeah.
I hate to bring up this group 2 episodes in a row, but that's how Brockhampton formed. Like they just Kevin Abstract went on it was a Kanye West forum. It was just like me and some high school buddies from Texas out here trying to like move to LA and like start some shit, and then like dudes from Connecticut like said, fuck it, let's move to Los Angeles with dudes we never met. Damn. And like just like live in a house and just like start making shit, and like that's just kind of like that's wild.
That worked.
Shit.
Yeah, it worked.
It fucking worked
because they hit the fuck it button.
Exactly. Exactly it.
So I mean, on that topic, almost like this would be a good segue. You live with Kyle still, right? Do you find that living with him and like living with someone else who is musical pushes you a lot to
I would say so.
Do more stuff, play more, jam more?
Yeah, for sure. I would say so. His because overall, me and him just have 2 completely different styles. So like, you know what I mean? Like when it like collides, it's always something cool. You know?
Yeah.
Because like we just come from 2 like musically, we just come from 2 completely different places. Like when I first met him, like I liked rap music and he liked rock, but like we would argue like which is better, this and that. And then one day, like I was talking about Bob Marley, or he was, and oh, you like Bob Marley? Me too. And then we started listening to Bob Marley. And then we started smoking weed, and then we never fucking argued about it again. Like, but like from that, like, you know what I mean? Like he introduced music to me, I introduced music to him, and like, you know, but like it's definitely from 2 different musical places. But that's the best part about like making music. Just like it's always like, you know what I mean? Someone who, no matter who it is, like someone else is not gonna do and like exactly the same things that you do, or like project or express themselves how you do. So
It's funny that you said that you come from like. I mean, it's funny that you come from different places musically, but like the only side I see really is that you guys smoked weed together and listened to Bob Marley, and now you listen to reggae. Because like I know you guys both listen to a lot of reggae and like punk and stuff, and so I always thought you two as like having the same real music like background as you being in the band together. But like as I learned that you rapped and had that project, I was like, oh okay, it's pretty different.
I mean, I liked rock too, but I just liked rap better.
Yeah.
You know, but like that's just like when I was younger. Like I love Metallica and stuff. Like that's what I grew up on. Like Disturbed, all that.
Disturbed.
Who are your like favorite rappers?
I don't even know, man. It's hard to say. Well, right so now, definitely Autumn. You might not. You might know him. You might not. But his name's Autumn with an exclamation point. He's mad dope. Lancey Foe. He's from England or London.
Ooh.
But like all the artists I like, you might probably like 9 times out of 10 you haven't heard of them. Like I don't listen to anything that's on like the trending. Not because I'm hating. It's just I usually just don't like it. I don't like what like the topics of modern day like popular rap music. I just don't like it. It's just not for me.
I want to definitely listen to those 2 now. I've never heard of them. But it's Autumn with an exclamation point. What was the other one?
And then the other one's Lancey Foe. I think it's like LAUNCEY and then FAUX or Something like that, but Lancey
Alright.
Fo, he's so fucking dope. So dope. His accent on a fucking beat, that shit goes crazy.
Dude,
I love his sound.
That's something that I want to get into is like British rap and like underground like British rap.
And he's
stuff.
not like any of the drill rappers, like because that's like what's big over there is like the drill scene. You know what I mean? Like all those Pop Smoke kind of beats. Like that's where that came from. Like that's what they got over there. So like I guess like he's surrounded, I guess in a way by that. But like you can almost hear like a slight inspiration from it. You know what I mean? I don't like knock that kind of music, but
yeah.
It's just cool because he's mad different. Like he's a one of a kind. I don't really know any other artists that sound like him, but like that's what draws me into an artist. Like any artist I see, like that's just like just doing something different and just like not like anyone else. Cause like I feel like I relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I see you. Like you're on you're on your shit. Like I really dig that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like
so it's like a respect.
Yeah.
Like I'll proudly say I'm a fan of Lancey Fo. You know what I mean? I'll proudly say I'm a fan of Autumn because like they're different.
That's that real recognized real coming in.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yes, sir.
realizing that something's different and like real as fuck. I mean, that's why I feel like I'm attracted to like your music and Brian's music and like
That's awesome, man.
most of the people
I
who I
appreciate that
know's most of the people I know's music. It's like, oh, okay, like I know them. This is fucking real. Like this is them. This is authentic. Like I'm gonna bop this shit.
Hell yeah.
You ever look into I don't remember the name, but there's like I think it's like a community or like this little organization that's based in the UK. They do like underground rap battles with each other. I don't
Actually,
I've
think
definitely
I've seen, like,
watched
a couple
those YouTube
of some
videos.
dudes going crazy.
I've been
like,
down that
the
rabbit hole.
like,
yeah.
They don't use a beat, right?
There's no beat. No, it's
Yeah,
all
it's
acapella.
insane.
so crazy. They're like, oh shit.
It's literally just about being more clever than the person in front of you. It's like crazy. I saw this one. There's a dude from the UK, but there was also, I guess, there was another rapper who I guess somehow tied into that like community, but he's from New York. He like flew over to UK to just do a battle.
I think I might have seen that. It was like the one like white dude bald.
Yeah,
He's, like,
I think he
politely
was
snapping.
politely snapping.
But, like,
Politely
I don't know.
snapping.
They got like a different way of like pronunciation. I don't know. They're crazy.
But I don't know. So it's very intriguing because the closest thing that I've seen or experienced to something like that is like dudes in like New York City, like in a park or on a corner, like you know, spitting ciphers and shit, and or like going at it with each other for fun.
Yeah.
But those dudes over there, they like have like a big old basement or a venue, and they get like people come in and crowds. They get like a fucking stage and a host with a mic. It's like crazy.
I would love to experience that. Like I would love to just see what's going on. Just go to one. Like, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds crazy.
There's not enough like well organized underground shit like that, like over here.
For
Which,
sure.
At least not
right
anymore.
now, especially there ain't fucking shit. No underground, nothing going on.
Yeah.
Underground is just put right now. But that's gonna change. Let's do something. Let's fucking bring people together.
Uproot it.
Live streams at the space station recordings need to start happening.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Live sets.
I want to hop on there, do a little jam or a little something here.
Thinking
Those
about
were the-
live shows
I know. I
now.
was gonna say those were the days, man.
Reminiscing.
It's been so long. What was the
Great
last
memories,
show?
though, at least.
What was the last show that you were at?
That I was at?
Yeah.
The Clubhouse, the show that I played.
Really?
Was
How long
that
ago was
my
that?
last?
I don't even know. I think that was over a year now. I think that was last winter. Nah, it had to be before winter because when did COVID strike? Like when did
It was like
lockdown?
No, it
around
was-
March
it
of
was-
last year or April. It was like
Okay, so that
April.
makes
It
sense.
was
So then
definitely
probably,
cold as
December,
fuck.
January.
Yeah, December,
Oh no,
January.
it was Valentine's Day.
That's what
That's
it
what
was.
it was. So that's the last show that I seen.
Dude,
and
almost
played
coming up on a year.
Yeah, bro.
I know.
That's crazy.
I've been to a couple. I'm lucky enough to have been to a couple shows since then, but not really.
Yeah, no. I haven't
Drive-ins,
been anything,
like-
man.
2 drive-ins.
You know, we talk a lot about like
Yeah, fuck drive-ins. Fuck that. What the fuck is that? Like, come
who
on,
we in the
yo.
50s.
Like, just get out. Like,
Yeah.
mask, whatever.
Oh
Car.
yeah, dude. No, but mad people were always like sitting in their cars, and I'm like running around like knocking on people's windows, being like all fucking spun out, being like, "Get out!"
We always talk a lot about like the good memories and all the great times live shows we have, which is amazing because they're always great time for the most part, though.
Yeah.
What is the like most fucked like memory you have of a live show? Like
Of like
your worst experience.
my
with a
worst
live
experience of like playing a show,
either
or like being at a show.
Both.
like either both. I was gonna say give me both
yeah.
because it's a different experience being a performer and a
I
goer.
was at the clubhouse and this, I mean, like, you know, I give it to this band because they were definitely different, but this chick was just like doing some weird shit. Like, I don't know, she was like screaming on the floor, going up to people, like just like screaming in the face, and like then she like came over to me, and it was just like weird as hell, and I'm like, nah, I don't like this at all, like get the fuck out of here. But like I guess that was like the worst experience, I guess you could say, because I was just like, all right, now I'm uncomfortable. I'm like, this is just really weird, and I don't know what to do. But I guess playing a show, I guess the worst experience was when our sound guy was kind of just MIA. I ain't even gonna say.
Oh my
I
God.
ain't even gonna say where it's at because I don't. You know, it's all love. It's all good. We were the first band. We were the test band. Unfortunately, kind of got fucked over, but it's okay because, it was what it was, and it is what it is, and I still had a good time. So, I mean, besides like that, but it was what it was.
What about you, Jack? Like, did you ever have a gig at that where like you were DJing?
Oh.
Well, no, you've done DJ gigs.
Well, I've just gotten way too fucked up before.
Oh.
And been like, woken up in the morning and be like, oh, how was that mix? And then like go back and listen to it and be like, whoa. But then like no one ever notices. And everyone's always like, oh, it was so awesome. Because I'm like doing it for free for my friends or whatever. And it always ends up being fine. But like, yeah, there was one time when I got pretty drunk. Yeah, I'm happy I didn't have a mic either because I probably would have been yelling the whole time.
I remember. I know exactly what the worst one I had. I was me and my old band. We were going to play at a bar up in, I think it was Trenton, or no, it was north. It was like Brunswick or something, or I don't know, somewhere like a little bit up north Jersey. And there was supposed to be a, what was it? It was the way that it was set up was like, we had there was a rapper who's gonna come in, and he had like a block on the set, and he was like, you know, late in a little bit, so we were like waiting and stuff, and because apparently he was like talking to the owner or something like that. But an hour goes by and this dude is not here, like an hour before, like after he should have been on stage.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Didn't show up, so we were like, all right, cool, screw it. So we're just gonna start letting people go up, and first band goes up, do their thing, whatever. Second band goes up, does their thing. And then my band was the third band, and there was another band after that. But like right as the band before mine was going to go up, the band before mine was finishing up their set, and we were getting ready. And this dude rolls through like, hey, I'm here. It's like 2.5 hours past he should have been on there. And he was like, bro, let me get on there. Like he was like, let me
right there, right then.
Exactly, but
that's just disrespectful, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then we were like, dude, you missed your slot. Like, but he was like going, like he was like really adamant about getting on the stage. So he like halted my band and the last band from going on stage just so he can get up on.
No way.
Yeah, he was just like,
that's fucked up.
And he was on there for like 45 minutes, and he sucked. I'm not gonna. That's the worst part about it. Like,
was it like 45-minute sets or like half-hour sets?
It was I know for a fact he was only supposed to be there for like a half hour, but he was definitely on there for like 40 minutes. So that's even on top of that. Like you overstayed your initial set time, and like he just sucked. Like I'm not gonna name him.
He was the opener.
He was supposed to be the opener.
I'm surprised they even let him do that.
I don't know how it happened either. Like, we were.
What venue was this?
I don't remember the name of the place. It was like, I don't know. I don't remember. It was a while ago. I really don't remember what it is. It was just like this bar, but
fuck that bar.
It was. I don't know.
Was it the Brighton?
No, it was up north. Like
I would have been like,
Brighton is on some shit sometimes.
Yeah,
Brighton's a Brighton bar in Long
there.
Branch. Y'all are great. You have important place in the indie scene there. A lot of crazy stuff happens. A lot of cool stuff happens. It's a mixed bag, but you know, Brighton bar is important.
Yeah, I've had some memories there.
I feel like all the venues around here are like pretty cool for the most part, but at the same time, sometimes you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is happening here right now?
I don't know too
That was
much.
too often, man.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the
Often.
venues down here. Like, what are the more popping like venues around down this way?
Down this way, Tom's River.
Down,
Yeah.
I mean,
Non-existent.
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 the clubhouse.
The clubhouse, and then
Eric's house.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's about it.
I don't remember
it's all Asbury, really.
Yeah, it is on Asbury. I don't remember if I told this before on another episode, but there was like one time my band and I were going really far down south, like even like an hour from like here south or something like that. It was deep south, and it was just like this house that was in the middle of the woods, dead ass, and we like thought we were gonna like get killed.
That's so dope.
It was called
I
like
would love that.
it was called the basement, and we were pulling in, and it was like long gravel driveway, and it was just this house. It was like literally surrounded by, like, I guess they own that land or whatever. But it was all like woods. Like you couldn't see any cities or the main road or anything like that.
This is
And we're like,
literally a horror movie.
Exactly. It was
Sorry,
like,
but like-
pulling up to that house, I'll be like, ooh, word.
I'm bringing my
Well,
knife with me.
to be fair, like I think me and my dudes, we like just watched The Green Room like 2 months before that. So we were like, this is it. Patrick Stewart's gonna come out. We're all gonna die. Like so, but they wound up being really cool people and stuff. It was really wild. Like so, and this place is called literally just The Basement. But like that's the only like venue down here this way that I kind of know, and that's even more further south than here.
Nah, that's dope though.
What's like the coolest venue you've either been? Well, coolest venue you've been to, coolest venue you've played at.
Coolest venue I've been to. I guess you could say the best experience was when throwback to Jangfoot, which is Kyle's previous old band, but they were playing at the Cavern, and it's a small place, but they just had that whole place rocking. Like,
Yeah, dude.
the whole
Is that the
entire
video that he
crowd.
posted
Yeah,
recently?
the whole entire
Yeah,
crowd
that was
moshing.
insane.
That was a blast. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that was so fun. But and then what was your other question?
Like favorite. It was favorite like show that you've been to.
A favorite
and,
venue
like, played at.
Best venue you've
yeah.
been to and best venue you've played at.
Honestly, the Clubhouse was really fun. That was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could say that one was probably
Yeah,
like
that was
definitely
all,
up there.
It's always a really good crowd there, I feel like.
That was my first time playing there, so
Oh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, it was just cool. Like all of a sudden, like the
I think I've
fucking
been there,
place,
like,
like
2 or 3
everyone just
times.
fucking poured in out of nowhere. I'm like, oh shit, this is really dope.
Yeah.
And we opened up and like we played a great set too. It was
Yeah.
mad fun. Like
That was-
everybody
it was
moshing and
awesome.
shit. Like that was a great time.
I was in there.
That shit. Oh,
I
man.
remember, I forget who I was with, but like I literally was like, here, you gotta hold my hat. I'll be back in like 20 minutes. See ya.
That's my favorite song to play with Manic is Pesticides.
Yeah.
I love that shit, man.
Mhm.
I love like, especially like, I don't know, like punk music just got that like different energy. Like when I'm doing like a song like that and it's just like yelling like that, there's no thought, there's no overthinking, there's no evaluating. You just pour it out. It's like a fucking portal or like a door. Like you just open it and it's just, and like I don't even think about nothing. I just go crazy and that's it. Like I love that.
What was that? Oh, that new movie that came out on Disney
I definitely don't
about
know it.
music. Okay, well, anyway.
There's this one of the neighbors like playing this like kind of inspirational music. I thought I was going crazy, but like when you were describing your feeling on stage, I was like, is that in my head? Is Darius like spitting like some sermon right
No,
now?
you know
Like
what? I do
Wait, I wanna
like
hear it.
very like I hear it like very little bit.
like this inspirational kind of music.
I can't make it out.
It's like
at
some
all.
song you hear on like an ad for some.
Yeah, I was like, it was perfect. I'm sorry, Zach. I didn't mean to cut you off. That was
No,
some,
hilarious.
like,
I forget
recovery
what I
ad.
was saying.
They're like doing great after drugs or something.
You was talking about Disney movie music. I think it's the new
yeah,
Pixar. Isn't it the Pixar movie?
Yeah.
What's the name of it? It's like about a music teacher, right?
Yeah,
In
the
school?
little blue dude.
Oh, we're thinking of
the
different movies, I
teacher.
think.
No, it's like a little cartoon.
Yeah, it's a Pixar movie. I thought.
Yeah, you gotta see it to know what I'm talking
All
about.
right, I don't know.
But
Whatever.
anyway, so with it, it's like when you're like playing music and it's like music that you really care about and like, it's like you transfer like out of your body like into like the zone, and then like it shows you like the zone with like all the musicians and like people doing their crafts and stuff.
Wait,
and
is that
that
the
just,
movie?
Yeah,
Oh
that
shit.
just like reminds me of like you were like out of your body like in the zone.
I can definitely relate to it.
Like,
Soul.
Soul.
Soul. Yeah. I saw the trailer for this movie. It's like the new
Yeah,
Pixar.
I actually saw that. Actually looks really cool.
It was
Not
so
gonna lie,
good.
That looks really cool.
It
I would
was
watch
so
it.
good. I cried.
But now that you said that, I'm honestly, I'll go watch that.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that that's what that's about. I'm gonna watch that too.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Really? 10 out of 10?
11
Wait,
out
who
of
did
10.
the voice acting for that dude?
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know, but
that
it was
I know.
fire.
I know somebody, like
All I
someone
know is
like
that it was
famous.
fire.
as
Like
hell.
someone important, or I mean, I don't want to say important. That sounds mean. But no, somebody
Fuck,
like
dude, I'm not
Somebody
important.
known. Somebody known. Some
damn.
actor.
While I look that up, I wanted to ask because I mentioned it before. But Darius, have you ever?
Jamie Foxx, I think, right?
Oh, is it Jamie Foxx?
Is it?
Really? Jamie Foxx is in it.
Oh,
The first person that comes up under the cast is Daveed Diggs. I don't know who that is, but oh yeah, love Jamie Foxx. Love me some Jamie Foxx. I wanted to ask Darius, have you ever seen the movie The Green Room?
No.
Bro, you would love it. It's about a punk band on tour, and well, like it's just like a
Actually, I think my boy might have told me about that once upon a time.
Dude, you just gotta watch it. It's really good. It's like a horror movie, but for musicians, and
Oh,
it's
that's
like
sick.
it's
No, I
really
definitely wanna
wild.
check that out.
It's like this really like freaking nickel and dime pocket like 4-piece punk band get into like just this cramped ass van, and they like they're like on tour, and they roll up to this venue or this bar. It's like their next stop or whatever, and it's like sketch. It's like sus shit. I won't say anything else about it, but
It sounds interesting. No, I definitely want to check that
no,
out.
I think you would love
It
it.
sounds dope as hell, especially a movie about some punk shit.
Oh yeah, like they're a punk band, and it's
That's dope.
they did there's a scene in the movie they do a cover of Nazi Punk's "Fuck Off." It was just really cool. I thought that was dope.
That's sick.
You a big movie watcher?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, like, I'm not opposed to movies. You know what I mean? Like, I could always like watch a movie, but it's not like I wouldn't say I watch them often.
Just out of curiosity, is like, what's your favorite movie?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas with Johnny Depp.
Yo, that movie's so
that
good.
Shit is so dope.
I
I just love the whole like. First of all, like I don't like. I mean, it's definitely a drug movie, but I don't like it just because it's a drug movie. But it's such a trip, and like the way that you know what I mean, it's narrated and like how he goes through it, like it's just awesome. Like
Yeah,
I think it's really cool.
my buddies showed me that movie for the first time like maybe 2 years ago or something. It was like I put that movie off way too long and stuff, and I was watching it, and like all my dudes were high and like I wasn't and stuff. But the thing that made me love that movie was the dialogue. Like the shit that he was saying is just like it's
bro.
really well written.
I love it.
It's like this place smells like plastic palm trees and Formica or something.
I feel
like it's so descriptive.
Nah, I feel like I can relate because that's just like I don't know. I feel like I can relate to the style of how he was speaking is because I feel like it was similar to I guess my experience when it's like when it comes to psychedelics or something. You know what I mean? Like the way he was like thinking it's like very intricate, like very like I don't know. It's just like that's it. You know what I mean? And it's almost like there's not like too much emotion behind his words, but like obviously he's feeling a ton of emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But that's what I love about it.
You know much about Hunter S. Thompson?
Not too much. Not too much. I do. Nah, no, not like too much.
Dude's actually wild, like out of his
Fucking
mind.
insane.
Crazy. But like, dude, rest in peace, my man. But that dude was crazy, man. He well, what's it called, Jack? Gonzo journalism, right? He was like the founder of this style of journalism called Gonzo journalism, and I don't remember exactly what it entails or like what the definition of Gonzo journalism is. Isn't it just like pretty much like going full fuck it and like balls
To be
the wall?
honest, I'm really not too sure.
I'm not familiar. I'm familiar with the character though, or the person though.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video of his like daily routine or the picture of his daily routine?
No.
It's like wake up, like it's like fucking like 5 p.m. wake up, cocaine, bitters, like cigarette, like more
It's
cocaine,
just all substances,
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
to-do
yeah.
list.
I gotta find it now.
crazy
But
one.
yeah, you know Johnny Depp like shot him out of a cannon, like his ashes, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, he spent $20,000 and shot his ashes out of a cannon. They were like
Fuck
best
it.
friends.
Yeah, they were tight.
Damn. Johnny Depp is
put the
awesome.
fuck
I love
button.
Johnny Depp.
Do you one other like little known thing is I think it's a movie called Where the Buffalo Roam. I think that's what it's called. It's also about Hunter S. Thompson. It's a different book that
Really?
he wrote.
What?
Yeah, because like he wrote books and stuff, and like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is a book that he wrote, but he wrote another book called, I think it's called Where the Buffalo Roam, and they made it into a movie like I want to say like 10 years maybe before Fear and
Is it
Loathing.
like a biography type thing?
No, it's kind of like in the same vein as Fear and Loathing, where it's just like movie about like the book, but the book is about his personal experiences. So I guess kind of it's a biopic kind of thing. But Bill Murray plays Hunter S. Thompson, which is weird to think about, even though he did it first. But I was like,
that's crazy.
I don't know, I never saw it. It was really
Bill
cool.
Murray, what the? I have never heard of that. That's crazy.
Wow.
All right, here. You ready for it?
What are you doing?
3 p.m. Rise. 3:05. Shiva's Regal with the morning papers. Dunhill cigarette. 3:45. Cocaine. 3:50. Another glass of Shiva's. Dunhill. 4:05. First cup of coffee. Dunhill. 4:15. Coffee. 4:16. Orange juice. Dunhill. 4:30. Cocaine. 4:54. Cocaine. 5:05. Cocaine. 5:11. Coffee. Dunhills. And it just goes
Holy
on and on
shit.
and on and on.
Holy shit!
Mixing coffee with the Coke.
It ends with
Why?
It ends with 8:20 a.m. sleep.
Holy shit.
10 p.m. drops acid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that movie is fucking insane though. I had like trouble watching it almost because
Why?
it was very like overstimulating kind of.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
very like
I thought it was draining to
it's
watch.
very chaotic. Yeah,
Really?
it's fucking hard.
I love that shit.
No. So don't get me wrong.
oh.
I enjoyed it and I love the movie and I'd watch it again.
It's like a trip though. Like,
But
the movie itself is a trip.
Yes,
That's
it's
what's really cool.
It is.
You can ride along with it.
It's a lot to watch.
You can like emotionally
I would be
feel like certain scenes.
Yeah.
And shit, like, oh fuck.
I would be afraid to like watch that while tripping, I think. Yeah. You ever do that?
Did I ever do that?
Yeah, watch it
Yeah.
while tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did
Yeah.
that go?
I mean, I don't know. It was still crazy. I don't know. I'll tell you what. The craziest movie I ever seen on psychedelics was Coraline.
Oh my
Oh,
god, that
gosh.
sounds like a terrible time. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh, that shit was crazy. I thought there was like one scene where like she was just in like, I guess at the end of the movie, like whenever like the land that she's in with the button eyes and like there's
Yeah.
like, I don't even know, but it's like she's like in an all white space and she was talking about something, but like I don't know, I picked up like some crazy life lessons from it and I don't even know. It literally felt like a crazy experience, but I was really just watching something, which is wild.
Movie's
I don't
nuts.
know.
Jack, you ever
Dude,
see
That
Coraline?
shit.
No.
Crazy movie. It's really good.
That movie's awesome. I love that like clay looking animation. Like it just looks like real. Like it's like it looks so real that it's like unreal. I don't know.
It's a stop
Mhm.
motion. They make little action figures
Yeah.
and like
It's like I would like
yeah,
to
that's
live there for
insane
a
to
little
me.
while because it's just like so weird. Like I don't know. I like weird stuff. Like let me just live in a weird world.
they film it on like a giant table that's as big as this whole room and
Holy
like
shit.
with all pictures and stuff.
Fuck.
It's
That's so cool.
nuts. It's really cool. I don't remember the name of the studio that does it, but they did like Paranorman and like Box Trolls and Frankenweenie. It's like all the same company that did that
I
stuff.
wonder how
Damn.
long it took them to like do a whole movie. Like that movie's like what? Like probably
Really
an
long
hour
time.
and change, 2 hours
Yeah.
and change.
So since it's all done with just still images, the movie plays at 24 frames per second. So they had to take 24 pictures to make 1 second of screen time.
Holy
Think
shit,
about that.
yo.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
I
dedication.
don't even want
That's
to do the math.
dedication.
it's absurd.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And stop motion's wild because like if just a like a scene of a character like having their arm at their side and then just lifting it up. It's like, all right, take a picture here and then like move it here, take a picture
Yeah.
there, and like that's just how you do it. It's nuts.
And it's mad fluent too. you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
So like they really had to.
I mean, that's how Sean and Damien do it, right?
Stop motion.
I mean,
no,
well,
animate.
they're drawing, but like, so it's basically that,
yeah,
right?
it's the same
Like,
same pretty much
yeah,
concept.
you gotta
like
draw every single
Right.
little change. That's just
Doing-
insane.
But then there's also like different ways. There's like cell animation and stuff like that. There's all kinds of different ways to animate. But yeah, like the core of like the OG traditional way to animate, you do like again 24 drawings to make up a second. Pretty much is like basic concept. of it.
you draw a decent amount, right?
I doodle
doodle?
here and there. Yeah.
That's something that just blows my mind.
What do you like to draw?
I never got into drawing. I don't know why.
Mostly, it's like I guess you can call them self portraits, but they're like doodles. They're not like portraits. Like I can't like do like shadings and stuff, but I guess just different versions of myself.
Really?
Like
Definitely sent me like a few before, and
You said what?
I feel like you've definitely sent me a few
I
before, and I
definitely
was
did.
definitely
Yeah,
very
actually,
impressed
I
by
have
them.
some right here, but
Ah,
I just drew myself as like this little like kind of like
Yo!
yeah,
dude. I don't know.
yeah,
But I
that's
just like drawing
fucking
myself if I'm gonna draw
gnarly.
anything.
Yo, that's actually dope. Your line work on the like calligraphy is I don't know if that's the right word, or is that kana? Is that what that's called?
What? Oh, that's faith, and then on the bottom is happiness, and like I think Japanese letters. I just like Googled it, and I was like, okay.
It's really, really tight. I'll dig it.
Thank you.
I
man.
love that.
That's
I appreciate
awesome.
that. But yeah, I just like doing different versions of self portraits. Like, I guess some things I'll do is like, I'll point out like the main features that like set me apart, and I guess that would be like, my dreads. So like I'll exaggerate my dreadlocks. Like sometimes I'll just make them like huge or like do whatever, and then like when I'm like wearing my shades a lot, like sometimes I'll do a portrait with the shades. So it's like my I guess the things that set me apart from anyone else is like very, you know what I mean? It's like in your face. Like that's like the first thing you see. So it's like when it comes to the details, like the shape of the face and stuff, that might not look like me that much, but like the details of it do. That's what I try to go for. You know what I mean?
What you're doing is like primo like design though. Like that's really cool. And it's also like you designed yourself, like just like with your hair and the way you clothes and stuff. Like that's insanely good design. Like one of the main like number one important things of character design for artists is silhouette. So if you just like draw a character, but then you take all the color out, all the lines, you just make it a black silhouette, it should still be identifiable.
Yeah.
Like if I showed you,
exactly
you know what I'm talking about?
No,
And like that's
dope.
exactly what you're doing. You're taking like the over exaggerated features of yourself and like putting it in a different like context, but you can be like, oh, that's Darius still. Like you can see it's really dope.
That's awesome. No, I like the way you put that. That's really cool.
You ever just like get bored and just draw yourself as like a Viking or something? Like you just do like stuff like that, or
if anything, I'll draw I guess like closer to like Avatar, like godlike. I don't know. Like not that like I'm comparing myself to any of that, but it's just I don't know.
Like
That's
Aang,
just
like the Last
cool,
Airbender
though.
type Avatar, or James Cameron's Avatar.
I guess I don't know. I mean, I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know,
That's what I'm talking.
I love that.
That's one of the best shows.
How many times
ever.
we brought that
And
show
then
up on this
Legends of
podcast?
and
I
then
don't
Legends
think
of
that
Korra
many.
too. I love that.
Yeah, I
Dude.
need to watch it again because
That shit was
I
awesome.
watched it going in like wanting more of the original kind of.
Oh,
set
yeah,
yourself
no,
up for failure.
Yeah,
you can't do that
it's
with
just not
Legends
the
of Korra,
same.
But you get some type
it's
of
good.
closure
Yeah.
on like what happens from Avatar:
Yeah.
The Last Airbender, which is really cool.
Also,
like,
the-
they'll like put in some scenes and shit. Like, oh, that's what happened.
I gotta
So-
rewatch
Exactly.
it.
Also,
Yeah.
I do think one of the more unfortunate things of Korra is that me personally, I think season 1 is the worst season. But
Yeah.
this is so like it can probably deter people. But
I
like season
honestly,
2 and
I
3
agree.
are gas.
How many?
Really
There's
good.
3, right?
It's
Or
4.
There's 4. Okay.
4 seasons.
Yeah, I found out that the original one was on Netflix, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this in like a week, and I like finished it in a week, and then was like, all right, I want more. Is there anything else? And then saw that, and I bought it all on Amazon and like watched it all in like 2 or 3 days. And
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, okay, like I'm watching this again, and then I like watched it all over again.
Shit.
That shit was like my childhood. I like forgot about that show for a while.
Nah, Avatar's awesome.
So to loop back a little bit to tattoos, like after talking about drawing, you ever think of like drawing tattoos, like to get tattooed on yourself,
Oh, for sure.
or like getting one of your
Definitely. I will
drawings tattooed?
definitely have like, you know, it might not be exactly what I draw, but like whatever artist does it, like if they want to put their own twist on it, or like,
yeah, like an
you know what I
interpretation.
mean. But I definitely want to draw like some type of me and put it on me. I would love to do that for sure. I don't know when. Maybe sooner than later. I don't know.
That'd be sick. Like you know how like Steve-O from Jackass just got like himself tattooed on his whole back. Like,
Oh, like his face.
like not even, it's just like a full like portrait like of himself like on his back. He's just
No,
like
honestly,
giving
I don't
2
even-
thumbs up. Like it's
I don't even
wild.
think I've seen that. That's crazy.
No, it's just it's crazy. But you'd do it better though. You'd probably do like draw yourself in some crazy weird like.
Maybe like
You know.
I don't even know, some crazy shit though. Maybe draw my hair as like an octopus or something.
That'd be sick. That'd be dope.
I'm always looking for wacky ways to do shit.
Where's Steve-O? Can't find him. Yeah, rip. I'm very curious as to what that
Oh,
looks like
it's really
I don't know
old.
if I remember.
I'll find it. I know you. So I didn't mean to cut you off, Jack. You can go ahead. Or
What was I saying?
you just asked.
Oh,
about,
we were talking about
God.
tattoo. Any other things that you would tattoo on yourself, like other than a self portrait?
Oh, I mean, like, I'm definitely gonna have like a bunch more tattoos, but I don't know exactly what I want. Like when I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, like you know what I mean? Because I just felt a connection to the Hermit, the tarot card. So this was something that like actually has a meaning. It's not like something that I just I like the way it looks. But like I also have tattoos that I'm like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like I got a fucking alien on my knee with a fucking ski mask. So like they're pretty meaningless, but they're great memories of my childhood. You know what I mean? Just friends tattooing each other and stuff.
Can see through the hole or?
Oh yeah, it's some people think it's a garbage bag or Cyclops. But it's a ski mask. It's funny. People are like, is that a garbage bag? I'm like, yep.
Here, Jack. That's his tattoo.
Oh my god!
Oh shit! Yeah, I've seen that. That's just crazy.
Wait, let me see that again.
You should do that, Jack. With your fucking Indiana Jones hat.
What's it say?
It says, "Yeah, dude, I rock." Signed Steve-O.
You should get like something similar, but just say hit the fuck it button.
Yeah.
with
Just tat it.
I was thinking about that. A fuck it button on me. Put a fucking button on me.
Do it.
Fuck
Do it like on your ankle or
that'll
something.
be like the supreme fuck it button.
Yeah, putting it under your skin.
Oh jeez, that's the ultimate fucking button.
That's it, man. You just can't be mad when people start pressing it.
Yeah. No, that's why you have to put that one somewhere where like people can't just like sit and poke me all the time.
Or that's what you think. That's what you think, and then until they start poking you there, and you're like, "Yo, what the?"
Yeah.
Nah.
Well,
That would be hilarious.
Jack,
Get it right on your arm, bro. Everybody can just see it.
Right on my elbow, right here. That would fucking hurt.
Jack, just out of curiosity, do you have any other future tattoos planned?
Just like all of my skin being covered by them.
Oh my god,
That's just about it. I want to do my hands first.
Should get a walrus.
Sorry, mom and dad.
walrus.
It's happening.
Walrus.
Dude, that's honestly like this gave me the idea. I kind of want to do like a shark on this side now,
Okay.
and then like just cover my hands first. Cause I'm.
What you want?
I'm
Like,
not
like even like your knuckles and stuff. You want like some letters or like?
Yeah, probably like all over, just like whole fingers.
Are those just like
everything.
stars on your finger, Darius? Or in the...
These are some stick and pokes.
Oh,
These are some dots.
Those are just some dots.
And an exclamation point.
Oh,
But
nice.
these are my first ever tattoos. We did this in like 8th grade.
Really?
That's funny. So you
and like
started
they're
on
still,
the hand too.
I mean, they're faded.
Yeah, they're
but
still there.
They're there.
No, they're there. And then I got these 2 X's too on my finger.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
This was with a tattoo gun. This one hurt the least. This is on like the side of my middle finger.
I thought that would hurt like a motherfucker.
Didn't hurt at all.
Well,
That
no,
was
yeah, because
the
like you
least
have
painful
like
tattoo.
the excess like fleshy bit. And that's probably stopping you. The reason why tattoos hurts because like you're feeling the needle like digging, like hitting your bone and like the shit like that. So.
Yeah. No matter what, there's always like any tattoo. There's always gonna be like that sweet spot where it's like like
Yeah.
within it. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be like the spot that hurts less than the other one that hurts more. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of find it relaxing to get a tattoo. Like just like after the initial
Nah,
like
that shit hurt. I was on edge the entire. I was like,
I can find. I know what you mean. Though, 'cause
Sweating.
I can see both sides because like there's like the part of me when like if I focus on the pain, I'm like, oh my god. And then there's a part of me that's just like
that's what I was
just going
doing.
with the flow and like there's some music on, just like jamming with the music, and then like, but like I have to watch it. Like if I don't like watch the needle like pierce my skin and I'm like looking away, then it like weirdly enough it almost feels like it hurts more. But it's just
Really?
because it's just a
I feel
psychological
like-
thing. Like as long as I'm watching it go in and out of my skin, it doesn't hurt that bad.
I feel like that was my issue was that I was like just staring at it and like focusing on it,
I have to watch
and
it.
I was just like,
So do I.
I'm like, get that line.
Yeah, I mean
You get
that's
hype.
that's how it was. But I
Like,
was
yeah,
thinking the
go,
whole time,
go.
I was like, if I stopped looking at this and focusing on it, it might not be as bad as it is. But
like after the initial
It was worth
puncture, like it just becomes like vibrations. Like it just
dude,
moves on.
nah,
It's just like,
you're
I'm-
after a while,
crazy.
yeah.
It's kind of,
Not
and
this
especially when you
one.
get so you only have line work. Wait till you get something filled in. Dude, that's the best. It's just like, it's like they call it a brush, but it's just like a bundle of like 16 needles that go in and they just gotta like scrape your skin with it, and it's actually kind of dope. Like it feel like that's the best part because it's just
after a couple times it goes over, then it just feels like it's numb.
It's just vibrations, bro. It just feels like movement. It's kind of zen, actually.
Yeah, see, the stick and poke hurts.
Yeah, because you're just constantly stabbing yourself.
It's definitely hurt the most. Just like you're just poking yourself for like however long, just like tink, 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 like all in one spot.
Literally.
It's just like, what am I doing? When you really look at it, like, what are you doing?
But then you look at it and it comes out
awesome.
like this, and I'm like, oh,
Love
word.
I love it.
Got a dolphin coming out of a banana on my hand forever. Fucking hype.
It's so random, but
dude,
I dig it.
I feel like it's the most me thing I could have done.
Bro,
ever.
that's the best thing.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it. That's awesome.
I don't know where I'm going next though. So like as far as tattoos for you guys, how like to what extent are you gonna go? I mean, I know you talked. Oh, I stopped you from talking about it earlier. Remember?
Oh yeah. I was talking about my
Joe was talking
my next
about
tattoo, and he was like, "Wait, we're gonna talk about tattoos on the podcast, so shut up."
Yeah, he started explaining it, and I was like, "Wait, stop. This will be better later."
All right.
So, shoot, bud.
My next tattoo is gonna be from my right elbow to my down to my wrist. It's gonna say "must not sleep," and then from my left wrist up to my elbow is gonna say "must warn others." And I'm gonna get like a little CRT TV that has like a heartbeat monitor thing on it. And it's gonna be like cool. And Jack asked me what it was from, and as I started to explain, he then stopped me. But it's just originally it's
shut up. I want to hear. I want to react live.
It's originally it's a quote from like an old movie from the '60s called "Invasion of the Body Snatchers." But the reason why I love it is because my favorite rapper, one of my favorite rappers of all time, uses it as like his signature like line or lyric. It's Aesop Rock from Rhyme Sayers Entertainment. And yeah, that's why I want to get it from. But that's
I dig that. I could dig it, man.
Damn, you're not gonna get an MF Doom tattoo.
I know. I was thinking about it, but like I love MF Doom, but I don't think I'm a qualified enough fan to get the metal face tatted on me. I do have a plan for a sleeve, like tie-in. So I was gonna get like the headstock of a bass up on my shoulder, and like as the neck comes down, it fades away into like existence, and the strings like start warping and wrapping around my arm and in and through all the other tattoos I have, and then they're gonna form back up on my wrist and then connect to a bridge like that's on my
Yo, that's fucking sick.
But like that's gonna take me years and a lot of money I don't have.
It'll get done though.
It will get done.
Stick to it, man. I like it.
Do you have any plans for like a sleeve? You ever like want to get?
I'm just gonna build it. Like I'm looking at this new tattoo of the Hermit, and I'm already thinking like, oh, something, maybe this would go. I'm just gonna build off of it when I feel it's time. It's time. That's kind of like with this. Like, I was thinking about it for a little while, and then once I felt it was time, I'm like, you know what? It's it.
It's great the way that's designed, like with the edges and how they kind of shape around the picture. It seems like it would be very easy for a tattoo artist to like expand on it. So you like, you know what I mean? Like it can connect.
I feel like it's like you can definitely build off of it,
Yeah, like the ways like the sides kind of like fade out. You can like continue the picture. It's like getting like old trading cards when you were a kid and you find out that like they're doing a special run where on the backs, if you put all the cards together, it makes like a bigger piece. You know what I'm talking about?
Honestly, I don't know, but it sounds crazy.
I also love the Hermit again, but like that design reminds me of the fucking that creepy merchant from RE4, from Resident Evil 4. I don't know if you've played that game.
I've played Resident Evil, but like the old ones.
Oh, fucking anybody, people listening who fuck with RE4, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
crazy dude. What are you buying?
I
what are you selling?
Kind of really want like a blackout tattoo. You
like
ever see those?
Like just like just cover your skin.
Yeah.
So I guess
I mean personally that's not me, man. But like, hey, you dig it. If you like it, you love it, do it.
That's something I would do far down the line.
Where though?
After
like,
I've thought.
Yeah, I want to know how. Where is it and how are you incorporating it?
Like that.
Damn.
Oh, just so
like
wait
completely black from like your
from your fingers,
like where your fingers start,
or like halfway down the fingers.
Like just completely.
Yeah, like where is it starting and where is it ending?
100% just covered.
Not 100% covered.
Are you pulling up a reference pic?
Yeah, like
because I want like where is it
kind of thing
starting and where is it ending? I just want to know.
It starts as like dirt in the hands.
Dirt in the hands? Oh, so like on the palm of your hand? No.
So imagine like this kind of, but like.
Oh.
Everyone just look up blackout.
Okay.
Blackout
but you're not
tattoo.
doing any like silhouette or like shape. You just want it like black
let me
on
see
your
that.
arm.
Oh, I thought you meant like completely just like from point A to point B, just
people do that.
Covered that. I know. I've seen that.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
So what?
That's sick, bro.
Yeah.
So what do you
like? Here, just swipe through them.
So what do you plan on? So what is the blackout tattoo going to be? Or do you not know?
It would
yet?
be like starting with like dirt and grass, kind of, and then be like a
that,
forest. Like
okay. So I was also thinking what Darius was thinking, the blackout tattoo, and I have weird opinions on it because I feel like they can be really cool. One of the lead singer for one of my favorite bands, Barry Johnson from Joyce Manor, like dude has crazy, really cool, dope ass tattoos up and down in both of his arms, but on his, I think it's his right arm or his left, I don't know. But he had a blackout like from his wrist up to his elbow, and it was just entirely black, and that was actually really sick because it kind of looked shaped like a van brace kind of, and it
shit.
and like all the stuff above it on his like bicep was still there, and like it was just cool looking. But then all of the dope shit up his arm, he just covered it all up. Like he just did the entire arm all the way from his wrist to his shoulder fully black.
Holy shit.
And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, it kind of looks weird to me. I don't know. I don't want to say it's dumb.
Not my cup of tea, but dude, it makes you happy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can see why other people think it's cool. And like, I guess in concept it's cool, but I don't know. Like, it's just weird to me.
Not my style. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's something that I've been like thinking about for like, I don't know, since I was in high school. I think I saw it. I think I was like watching a Joe Rogan episode or something, or someone, or it was maybe something with the 21 Pilots. The one dude in 21 Pilots has one on his like neck, kind of.
I don't follow 21 Pilots.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan.
But yeah, I was always like, damn, that would be kind of cool. But
Real
that's
quick.
like something I wouldn't get for a while because I want to really like, something like that you gotta really fucking
plan or commit to.
That's like that's a commitment because you can't cover that up.
Yeah, no, that is the cover up pretty much.
Yeah.
So now we're on the topic of like drawing, designing, just all that stuff. Don't remember if we asked or talked about it before in the last time we had the on your last episode, but you have like obviously multiple creative outlets, like you like to doodle and you're a musician and like you write poetry and stuff, but you ever think about, it's very obvious you like writing, period, but so like would you ever think about writing like a script or writing a show of some sort? Because it seems like a lot of musicians gravitate towards that other creative outlet.
I would like to get into anything like that's different, anything creative, like I'm not opposed to anything, so like why not? You know, it's not something that I'm like, ooh, I would definitely love to do this, but it's something that I'll be like, ooh, I never done that, let me try it. You know what I mean?
If you were to create a show, what would you create a show about?
Probably like me at my old job and just like all the different characters there. I just feel like it was like such a movie. I don't know, just like everybody just going job to job talking to people. I feel like it'd be really funny.
Dude, I had a job that was similar to that. I worked at a wedding place like as a server, and like some of the stories I have from there, like I've blacked out at work there. One of the kids that I work with was like,
wait, were you a server?
Tripping his balls off on acid one time when he was there. Yeah.
Damn, you blacked out. You're just like certain food, like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I did quickly and easily.
Oh my god.
But yeah. So like there were so many days at work there that could just be like episodes in a sitcom, I feel like.
I could definitely relate.
I could definitely like make up a bunch too that like could have easily happened, you know?
But that's also the fun part about it, because, you know, it's like I would do something like animated though. But yeah, for sure.
And I remember my last job, the theater I worked at. I won't say what theater it is, but really colorful like crew we had. And like, you know, most theaters have shows and stuff. Like you do it with a crew of like a decent sized people. It was just like 5 of us and stuff. And we wanted to like we had the idea of making a show that's like pretty much the same style and humor as like The Office, but about a tech.
I love The
behind a
Office. I
theater.
love that style.
Yeah, it was a dope. Oh, that brought up an interesting point what you were talking about, Jack. So you smoke, and do you drink a lot or at all, or do you one of those people
I
that doesn't drink?
drank for my 21st, but like I don't really.
You don't really
like
drink?
I won't like go and like, oh man, I can go for a drink. Like I don't drink like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Like once in every couple months, once in a blue moon.
I'm curious. Once in a blue moon. I'm curious to ask because everyone has a different opinion about this, but substance and like not like heavy substance. I know you like to talk about like psychedelics every now and again, but like something that's just
all
like,
the time.
something like just weed or like alcohol and how that affects the creative process or like ideas and like writing music.
Mm-hmm.
I know there are people who like feel like they can't write good music or even just like work on anything creative or do their creative outlet without like, oh yeah, I gotta like smoke first or grab a drink. And then there are people the exact opposite who are like, I can't do that at all. Like, how do you feel like about that? I guess
I don't depend on anything to be creative. Like I'll smoke and write a song. Like, yeah, it's cool, but like I don't need it. You know what I mean? Like I'll go record and I'll go record and like actually like let me not smoke because I want to record. Sometimes it'll be like that. Sometimes it's like, oh, let me smoke a little bit and go record. So like, you know, it's just not dependable. Like it's not like I need it or like I don't lean on it for any type of reason like that.
Have you noticed a difference between like the two like versions of yourself, I guess? Like even not that the different versions of yourself, but like you know what I'm talking about? Like some really cool this band Motion City Soundtrack, I don't know if you know, but their most popular album, Commit This to Memory, the first half of the album the singer wrote while he was plastered, and then the second half he was dead sober. And like I've always thought that was really interesting because like
he must have been plastered for a while to write half an album plastered.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's I thought that was interesting because like you can kind of hear somewhat of like there's consistency. You can tell it's the same band and like it sounds like it's in the same album and whatnot, but like there's some different like little things about it that I guess are different. So I guess back to like, you know, the question is, do you feel like if you sit down with like a pen and paper or you have an idea to write down lyrics or a song or anything like that, you notice there's a difference if it's like you doing it sober or you doing it like, you know, while you smoked a little bit? Is there a different product because you're in a different headspace type thing?
I guess you could say like if I smoke and then go to record, it's more like, I don't know. It all depends on like what I'm doing. But if I'm feeling like wavy, laid back vibes, that would be more something I do when I'm stoned rather than when I'm not. But like, yeah, no, that's just that.
I feel like for me, like if something's coming out, it's coming out kind of as far as like musically and stuff.
Yeah.
So like whether I am to smoke or not, it's just a matter of like what the workflow is going to be like. Like if I'm super inspired to do it and I smoke, then I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, no doubt.
But if I'm like not inspired at all by it and then I smoke, like I'm not going to do it. But I probably wouldn't have done it anyway because I wasn't like inspired to do it really.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, like I said, it's not like it's like something I depend on. It's not like it's a crutch.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like, oh, I can't get this song down, let me smoke a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, that's never the case.
Yeah, I know, like, I guess that's kind of where the thought came from, because I know there are people who are like, man, I'm in a slump, like, let me get some creativity, and they, you know, like, it's toke up or anything like that, but it's, you know, different for everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at all the bands that are, like, all that was written, all their music was written when they were, like, tripping their balls off.
Yeah, speak up, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, for sure. There's a bunch of bands that made some fucking great music off of a whole lot of drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Beatles, like, Grateful Dead. Look at that.
It's just all on the people, the person.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Just lost my train of thought. I don't remember. I was going to say something.
Jumped off the train of thought.
I don't know. Before, I don't know. Whatever. But, yeah. Is there any anything else of prominent thought?
I was trying to think. I don't want to drag out too long.
Darius, how was your day, by the way?
Yeah, how was your day?
It was good, man. It was another great day. One for the books. It's still going.
One for the books.
Having a good time now. You know, it's a beautiful day. It's awesome. How are your guys' days?
Just practiced drums and then I came here. That's what we're gonna say.
Took a fat nap.
Sounds like an awesome
Did some
day.
yoga.
Some yoga?
Did do some yoga.
Some yoga. I do stretches all the time, but I want to get into yoga so I can know like the right way to do things. But like I stretch every day, you know.
Yeah, dude, it's really.
I just don't like have like a script or like not like a script, but like
a routine.
No, I definitely have a routine of like my own stretches, but I don't have somebody that's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like this is like to stretch this, and like this is the right way to do that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like someone who were to like guide me through it in a way, you know. But like I would definitely be like with some yoga.
Yeah,
I stretch all the time, and I feel like yoga would be very beneficial.
10 out of 10. It's fucking insane. You gotta start it. Gotta do it. I've never felt better
like
in my life. Never felt better.
Say it like yoga's hype as fuck.
It is.
It's insane.
It is very hype. It is insanely hype.
Yeah, I love stretching, so yoga is pretty much the same thing, right?
Hell yeah. All right, so we are pretty deep here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else that we want to talk about? I know earlier we mentioned if you just want to reiterate again for everyone
just
what's
keep a
coming
lookout.
up.
Got some clothes coming
with our
got
friend
a single
here
coming soon too. Some new visuals. So just stay tuned for that. This is Dero here.
And maybe another one soon. That's why I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit shorter, because you were talking about another one soon after the close when you have like
Another
a little
podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
You were saying that, right?
For sure.
I think you brought that up.
Huh?
Yeah. But yeah, thank you. That was.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I
It was an awesome time.
I couldn't have envisioned a better first repeat.
Shit's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
I love it.
Having a good time,
A
man.
good time.
And always, be out on the lookout for more music. I'm sure you always got shit cooking. I know you do.
I'm always planning, always doing something, man.
Always scheming.
Always.
Darius is always scheming.
Wait till
Always
summer.
pushing
Wait
the
till
fucking
summer.
button.
Talk to
Dude,
me
wait
around summer.
until
We'll see where we're at.
shows.
Say that every episode,
Shows-
Jack.
Shows are
I know.
gonna be
It's on all of our
so
minds.
lit.
Yeah.
I can't wait for a. Ooh. Dude, your show would be lit. Like the first show that you do.
That shit's gonna be a blast, man. It's gonna be a blast.
All right.
Where do you envision that being? Like, where do you want that to be?
I don't know. I don't know
Anywhere,
where it's
or-
gonna be. I just know it's gonna happen. It's gonna be fun. So
Oh yeah. You don't
Anywhere
have
with
like
people.
do you like think about that? Like you have that like in the back of your head, and like not a place that you want it to be or anything, just like that.
like honestly, it
about it
doesn't really
happening.
like matter. I don't know. I'm just trying to have a good time. Play, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Play some music. Call it a day. Don't gotta be like a specific location. I'm just ready for growth.
Yeah.
You know.
As long as there's dudes there or like people, fans there to,
The boys.
back it up, listen to it,
Boys
have a
just
good
gotta be
time.
there.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my God, you and I did that at the same time.
Jinx.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on again.
Yeah.
It's always
Thank
good
you.
to
I
hang out
appreciate
with you,
guys.
bro.
Thank you.
thank you.
That was a great time.
We love you dearly.
And have a good old night or day whoever's listening, wherever you are.
Be safe.
We love you for listening.
Yeehaw.